there was a lot of opportunities that we had. I thought our defense came out, played really well, did a great job on third downs. They had a couple explosives, but for the most part, we were excellent. Hated for, us that we had the substitution error that extended a drive. That's on us as coaches. We've got to be better. And we gave ourselves a chance, and there was some turnovers that really cost us. There were some negatives that moved us back, but we've got to do a great job. I do like the fight of this group. This doesn't feel good right now, being in this situation, but what our guys will do, we'll come in, we'll look at the film, they'll get a couple days off. We'll look at this as coaches and figure out, all right, how do we reset ourselves? How do we make sure that, we do a better job? But this one, this was a tough one because I thought we had a good week of preparation. There was a lot of positives, but there was definitely enough things that we didn't do to be able to win the game, and I thought we had our chances to do that.
What's your assessment of how Matthew played, and particularly in correlation with the receivers?
Yeah, I thought there were some really good things, and there's some things that we're going to want back, but he gives us a chance. He's so tough, Jordan. I thought it was a great drive that he had to be able to go score, to cut it to a 5-point game, and then we're getting down there and we're in position. But, there'll be some things where, we want to collectively play more consistent overall, and that goes for all of our offense.
So I'm talking to Tutu on the sideline after the interception. Was something different supposed to happen between the two of them on that play?
No, not on that one.
How will you guys spend the next week or so as coaches, and what has to happen for you guys to pull yourselves out of this hole?
Yeah, I think we've got to be able to finish games and play consistently throughout. And, you look at it, we're 1-4 football team. 3 of those 4 losses come down to one possession games. You go into overtime, you lose last week, and then you end up, having the result that we did today. In the Cardinals game, we didn't do anything reflective of what we want to be. But this is football. This is where we're at. And so what we have to be able to do is we look at this, be able to kind of just take a step back, and then we've got to really collectively figure out, all right, based on the moving parts, some of the different things, what have we done well, and what can we do, at a better clip. And got a lot of youth. There's a lot of things that are occurring that we've got to be able to learn from in an accelerated manner. Some things where, we're having some mental things that, typically haven't occurred here, but they are. And we've got to be able to figure out how to eliminate those. You got to be, before you can start winning games, you have to start learning how to not beat yourself. But, I am proud of the fight of this group. This is a tough one, but we'll respond. We'll look at ourselves, and we'll figure out how to be better, and continue to do a better job coaching.
Why was Tre'Davious White not active, and do you expect to have Cooper, Puka, Steve, and
Yeah, not sure about those things quite yet, Gary. Once we reconnect, then I'll have a better answer for you. My mind's been on this group and kind of where we're at, and we'll be excited when we do get those guys back. But with Tre'Davious White, it was a coaching decision. He's been a pro in every sense of the word, but get Darius back, we felt like we were going to have a larger role for Akello, and so there are some special teams considerations that go into it. So that was what resulted in him being inactive today.
Coach, what did the defense do so well in the first half?
I thought they got after. They were good on early downs, and then we got an opportunity to be able to rush and put some pressure in some of those known passing situations. And that was big, and I was really pleased. I thought Chris and the coaches did a great job with the game plan, and then there was a lot of positives in terms of bringing it to life.
Sean, on the element of beating yourselves, how do you get past that, the fumbles, the turnovers, the missed extra point?
Consistently being able to do the things that we need to do, snap in and snap out. Football is the greatest team sport that there is, and it takes 11 guys. Sometimes you can overcome that, but the majority of the time you're not able to. And so we've got to make sure that there's the clarity. I just look at, all right, hey, where are the consistent things? What's the reason that those things are arising, and how do we prevent that with a solution-oriented mindset?
What did you think about the way that your quarterbacks played today?
That are what?
Cornerbacks,
I thought they did a good job. Really with the exception of, I have to go back and look at the one long one that they had to Kraft, but you look at it overall, I was really pleased. We were sticky in coverage, we were connected. It wasn't until really late in the game that they got their first third down conversion. Reed makes a great play where we've got 3 guys in position. It was like the ball went in the only spot that it could to be able to, make that play. But overall, it seemed like they played pretty well.
Couple more. What is the message to the players just going into the bye week after what you said, tough loss?
Yeah, just what I said to you guys. I think you look at it, and there's the reality is you can tend to think you're a lot further away than you are. There's going to be a lot of outside noise, and we have to stay inside out more than anything, Adam. And those are things that I'm excited about the opportunity to respond. I'm excited about the opportunity to say, all right, we've got some adversity. How do we handle that? All right, here's that storm that we talked about, and want to be proud of the way that we handle it. Want to make sure that our guys get away, and then we do a good job as coaches being able to reflect, evaluate, and say, all right, with these 5 games, are we getting guys back? Are we not? What does it look like to try to avoid some of the different things that we haven't done well enough, and try to continue to replicate some things that have been some positives. But this one, you keep it real. This was tough because we had a lot of work into this week. There was plenty of opportunities that I thought we had to be able to change the outcome, and we came up short, and we all have our hand in it.
You guys
Coach, early-
deployed your safeties a little bit differently as well. A couple of the other guys got opportunities. Are there other position groups as you head into the bye? And I understand health is a factor with some of them. Are there other position groups you're especially going to take a deep look at?
I think everything, Jordan. We'll evaluate everything. That was a result of Josh Wallace played some star today. That enabled Quentin Lake to play safety almost exclusively, with the exception of a couple things. But that's what it's a good observation. We'll observe everything. When you're in these situations, we have to do a good job of making sure that we look at the totality of everything, regardless of position, and make sure that we're doing a great job of trying to make sure that we play as good a football as we can with the remainder of the season.
Early and late on
Last
fourth
one,
down,
guys,
you went
last
for Parkinson. What did you like about that matchup? It didn't work out, but what did you like about
Yeah,
it?
we like the matchup. That's really as simple as it gets. There were some sticky coverages. We had some opportunities. He made some plays today, and we'll go back and look at the film and see where we can be better. Okay? Thanks, guys.